Hello, it's a Friday morning and I find myself in one of the gardens of a place which is called Pontedera. Pontedera is notoriously known as the city of the famous Vespa. Yes, today there's a trade union meeting, bunking off work. Briefly, I would like to tell a story of a chap at work, of his military experience in a foreign mission. He was telling me in 1990, 1991, I believe, like many Western countries in Europe, participated in a mission in Somalia, Mogadishu. Practically, Somalia is in a civil war between warlords with various factions. The problem is most Western presence, military speaking, are not welcomed by the population because that due to the past. Somalia was under military occupation by the fascist regime Mussolini, Second World War before, and even Ethiopia. And obviously all the atrocities they committed against the civilian population there and then. This they never forgive and they never forgot. Practically, the only safe place in Mogadishu are these camping sites of each country which participate in this military operation has a base, and when they go out, their safety is not guaranteed, because in these convoys you could be victims of attacks, kamikaze bombers or whatever. These type of techniques were used even in the Second World War by the partisans, and probably has evolved throughout years in various scenarios of war. Practically, their mission was giving out humanitarian aid. The population of Somalia starving to death due to this war's been dragging on for years and years, and it's still dragging on until this day now. And the presence of the Italians are not very, welcomed due to the past experience of Italians there. There have been atrocities committed on the civilian population by most NATO presence there, military people. You don't know whether they are mercenaries, because sometimes you do find mercenaries which are professional people, are highly trained to deal with situations like this. But your normal soldier which has been drafted to do military service didn't have the military preparation to front this type of guerrilla warfare in small towns, block by block. And practically anything what moves, whether it's a woman, kid, or an old lady, whoever, a civilian, their orders are shoot to kill. And it's been telling me a story. There was this military guy, American, whether it's authenticated or not the story, but atrocities have been committed there. There was this little kid, 5-year-old kid. She was practically attacked by, I think it was a Marine or one of these Navy SEALs, with one of these knives. Practically slashed her arm and left there to die, because their orders are shoot to kill, don't ask questions afterwards, because due to this fear of these ambush attacks when they go out in convoys. And he's been telling me there were lots of civilians killed by not just by the warlords and the militia and the factions, even by Western military forces present there, left to die on the streets. We're talking about women, old people, children. And he was telling me he had to move these agonising dead bodies because they're just dumped there. There is no real government working. It's practically run by these warlords. And they say it's a very nerve-wracking situation there. I think all war experiences are nerve-wracking, but that particular scenario, you know, he's been telling me stories that there are people who lost their probably plots, post-Belk syndrome, they call that, shell shock, which was first discovered during the First World War. And at that time they didn't know what it was. They considered them as deserters. And obviously you know what they do with deserters in war times. Court-martialed and shot by a firing squad. It goes to show when there are Western military presidents saying we have to do peacekeeping force and all that stuff, the excuse is just to conquer and just to kill people. In recent years, NATO and America just act without no UN resolution to officially intervene there. Anyway, NATO's just become UN's just become a sidekick, a laugh, because United Nations should represent all the nations and guarantee democracy and equal rights for every citizen on this earth. No, it's in the hands of corporations, the warlords, the industrial military compounds. It's just only a business, seeing how much a mercenary gets paid to go there, and the regular military troops sent there, they are paid for the risk, but it's not certainly worth the bother, because there has been other conflicts in the world, and currently now the only difference is in Ukraine is you don't have NATO soldiers, boots on the ground. You have NATO commanders commanding the Ukrainian army what to do, drawing up battle plans. And so far, all the stuff which are sent down there are destroyed, captured, or end up on the black market. Then you've got Zelensky saying, well, we're going to attack Crimea, which is Russian. I think the people of Crimea are happy to be Russia. And Zelensky, you haven't got the military and manpower to do this. Even if you, how would you say, put America and NATO in the middle, even them, I don't think they have the numbers and the hardware for such intervention. Because Russia, they've been preparing this for years, stockpiling ammunition, weapons. And the weapons which are sent to Ukraine basically, and ammunition, it's only for about 10 days maximum. Then you got Ukrainian troops, 90% prisoners in their own trenches, while the Russians are pounding them down one by one. Then you got Boris Johnson, then you got are the heads of state of the West saying to keep on fighting. You got to think more Ukrainians are just being slaughtered on the battlefield, and even Russians as well. Each side has their losses, but the truth is, on the long run, it's sad to say it, Ukraine's going to lose this one. For what? For these Nikons of the West, these Zelensky actors, regime governments, or whatever it is. It's not worth the effort. Because in the end, like I said in another video, there'll be nothing left of Ukraine.